Live from Factory Underground Radio, it's Strictly Adapted with Quixote and Kate. You're on.
Yes, y'all. Boys to Men. Yes, y'all. Motown, Philly. What's going on, y'all? This is your boy, Quixote. Happy Saturday. Happy Memorial Day weekend. You know, we got a 3-day weekend, y'all. We deserve it. Let's give it up for us, y'all. Give it up for us. All y'all out there working hard. Deserve the 3-day weekend. And if you didn't get that 3-day weekend, then, hopefully you get some time off to spend with your family, your loved ones, get the barbecue, get to go outside a little bit. The weather looks like it might hold up, might not be no rain, which is good, but it's definitely not warm. It's like 60 degrees. I got like a hoodie on. I got a light jacket. It doesn't feel like summer quite yet, or end of spring, or spring, whatever the heck this is. I don't even know what these seasons are anymore, y'all. But welcome to the show, yo. This is Strictly Adapted, bringing you Saturday morning R&B and some great hits, some movie, TVs, what's streaming, all that good stuff. Now, don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. As if you're watching this, my co-host, and she wants me to make sure I say this, producer, Kate, is here. She is in the building. Let's give it up for Kate. She's in the building. But duty calls. She had a little work thing, so she is in the building. She said, don't play any of my favorite songs until I get back. Don't talk about topics that you know I want to talk about till I get back. She gave me a whole list of things to not do while she has stepped out. But she will be back on the show very soon, very soon. But welcome, y'all. Been in today to the studio. It was dead. You could tell it's a holiday weekend around here when you are cruising down 95 and there's no traffic. We got a new movie. We got a new movie coming out this week. Oh, well, it's out now, right now. We have the final Mission Impossible, the final reckoning, y'all. Yeah, give it up for that. But I will say that we have an interesting box office. Not only is the last Mission Impossible film coming out, but you also have Lilo and Stitch, which took in about 14.5 million in previews, while the final reckoning earned a franchise best of 8.3. It's going to be very hard for Mission Impossible to beat that blue alien. The right way. Welcome back to the show. Before we get into the show, before we get into some of the substance of what we're talking about, there's a new film out on Netflix. Netflix, of course, has the Fear Street franchise, and I watched pretty much. I watched all of the films of Fear Street, and I enjoyed them. I enjoyed them a lot, actually. They were comical, they were cheesy, they were campy, they were violent, they were bloody. Like it gave you a little bit of everything. It was like a throwback to your 80s slasher flicks. But there is a new one that is out now, Fear Street Prom Queen. The summer is attempting to come here on the East Coast. And always what we like to do here at Scriptly Adapted, since we play all the greatest R&B from the 60s, the 70s, 80s, the 90s to the 2000s. The 2000s. It is summer, and we like to talk about what is your favorite summertime song, right? I hit that a little early. Wait, let me hit that again. Yeah, that's supposed to be a record scratch. There's only one summer song I can think of that can stand the test of time. And still, till this day, you can rock out to right now. You played this at a barbecue, everybody's dancing. And that is Summertime by none other than DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince himself, Will Smith. Yes, give it up for them. A little bit of summertime. You hear this? Come on, man. Let me turn this up for you. Mark Morrison, Return of the Mack. Welcome back to Scriptly Adapted. That was another summertime hit. I'm telling you, those two, they're up there. Those two are the biggest, in my opinion, biggest summertime. And listen, I'm probably missing a ton of music that people would consider to be summertime hits. But yeah, Return of the Mack, that's one of them. Welcome back to the show, y'all. I want to bring you, and this is the time where we bring you the blaxploit film of the week, y'all. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Maybe I'll take that one. Film of the week. I'm bringing you none other than, and let me cue this up better. I'm bringing you none other than the 1970 American neo-noir action comedy film, Cotton Comes to Harlem, y'all. Cotton Comes to Harlem. Give it up. Yes. Written and directed by the late, great Ossie Davis himself. Ossie Davis. And starring Godfrey Cambridge. Some of you may remember his name from The Watermelon Man, the other blaxploitation film that I brought you, directed by the late, great Melvin Van Peebles. Also starring none other than comedian icon legend, Red Fox. One of the many black films that appeared in the 1970s and became overnight hits. It was followed 2 years later by the sequel, Come Back, Charleston Blue, in 1972. A little bit about this film, y'all. And here's the thing. What's interesting about this movie is this one I have not seen. So now I'm digging into the vault of films that I have not yet watched. And this has always been on top of my list as one of the films that, okay, you're going to talk about these films. You got to see this, right? And I'm going to check it out because Ossie Davis wrote and directed it. But here's a little bit about the plot. Deke Reverend O'Malley, a con man, is selling shares at a Harlem rally for the purchase of a Back to Africa movement ship to be called the Black Beauty. So he's selling shares. You know, when you read these plots, you think to yourself, man, during the rally, several masked gunmen jump out of a meat truck and steal $87,000 in donated cash from the back of an armored car. Two Harlem detectives, Gravedigger Jones and Coffin Ed Johnson, chase the car, and a bale of cotton falls out of the vehicle unremarked at the time. 70s, those late 60s, 70s films that were predominantly African-American starred and whatnot, definitely talked about only issues plaguing the people. Today it was less fictional. It was more so real life. And of course you add the elements of action and comedy and stuff because you got to make it you want to make it a well-rounded film. Now, it's a very interesting point. Now, the theme about this film, Cotton Comes to Harlem, is hailed by many as the first blaxploitation film. Although others felt it was merely an action comedy film, detectives Gravedigger and Coffin Ed do not always follow the rule, making it the 25th highest grossing film of 1970. Give it up for Cotton Comes to Harlem, y'all. Yes, y'all. Welcome back to the show. We are here live. Guess what? Kate's here. Woohoo! Kate's. Oh, I'm so used to having your mic down.
Wow. No, I can't hear myself.
We're bringing you. Do you decide to risk it all to play pickleball with your partner because they are slightly obsessed. And
I feel like that question should have been me asking that because I'm risking it all.
Because you wrote this.
I'm risking it all. I didn't write that. You did. But I'm going to be risking it all because I feel like you're not going to teach me. You're just going to hit the ball at me. And I'm going to have to fly all over this court, not understanding the rules, not understanding anything. And I'm just going to have to be athletic. And I don't know if I'm okay with that. I just don't.
It was a lot.
I tried playing tennis once and I threw it my back. I just don't. I don't think this is going to go well. I don't have good visions of this.
God, you.
And I was 16 at the time, so God only knows 20 years later how this is going to work.
You might have to be in a body bag.
I don't know. I don't have a positive theory about this. But yeah, let's try to I am going to but look, guys. I know when I don't like something.
Kate,
okay?
stop the madness.
I don't need multiple different games. Hey, try it one more time, Kate. No. There will be none of that. It will be one game. If I have decided that I do not like pickleball, you will never see me on a pickleball court again.
There'll be some growing pains to this, but we have to do an activity together. I always do stuff by myself. You tend to not do any of these things with me. So now
because you pick the most random
I'm asking you to do
it.
Kate's chick flick.
Oh,
did you like how I did that?
I like that. You got me a little nervous because I was like, wait, were we expecting a guest? I'm a little frazzled right now. I just spent an hour fighting a fire drill. I don't understand what's going on. You got to prepare me before that happens.
Kate's chick flick.
I don't know. I feel like that was kind of an odd segue.
Was it?
It wasn't too natural, organic.
I guess that's...
Oh, wow. You're going to cricket me, though?
No, I'm cricketing the segue.
Okay, perfect. I need an opener for I need a button panel for chick flick.
I don't think you need a button panel. Why don't we just use the song that goes with the chick flick logo that you have? Of the show.
I know, and I appreciate being able to come in at all, but I didn't know that you were going to move through this so fast. I'm also upset that I missed the blaxploit film because it wasn't one that is familiar to me.
I know. I'm sorry about that.
All right, so one of my ultimate favorites, chick flick has really decided to focus on late 90s, early 2000s rom-coms because it's one of my favorite genre, if not my favorite genre of films. And I am focusing on the 1999 film She's All That. Freddie Prinze Jr. and Rachel Lee Cook. So high school hotshot Zach Seiler, Freddie Prinze Jr. is the envy of his peers, but his popularity declines sharply when his cheerleader girlfriend Taylor leaves him for sleazy reality television star Brock Hudson, played by Matthew Lillard. First of all, where are they getting these names?
I love it.
Desperate to revive his fading reputation, Seiler agrees to a seemingly impossible challenge. He has 6 weeks to gain the trust of nerdy outcast Lainey Boggs, played by Rachel Lee Cook, and help her to become the school's next prom queen. It's just so feel good. Obviously we all know how it ends. Rachel Lee Cook is so awkward in the film, which is the point. Yeah. And then there's this scene of her. It's always this quintessential scene of the woman coming down the staircase totally and completely transformed, and the guy just looks at her in a whole new light. That's always how it works.
Swing the spinning step. You wear those shoes and I will wear that dress. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight.
It's just such a feel-good film. You have Rachel Lee Cook, Freddie Prinze Jr., Matthew Lillard, Paul Walker, R.I.P., Anna Paquin, Jodie Lynn O'Keefe. This is also adapted from Pygmalion, which is Pygmalion is a play by George Bernard Shaw that explores themes of social class, stereotypes, and appearances. Inspired by the Greek myth of the same name, the play tells the story of Professor Henry Higgins, a linguist who bets he can transform a Cockney flower girl, Eliza Doolittle, into a refined lady. Higgins and his friend, Colonel Pickering, train Eliza in etiquette and upper-class speech, successfully passing her off as a duchess at an ambassador's ball. So it's very interesting. You have a lot of these remakes, Shakespeare, these old artists, and they're taking these films and they're remaking them into a rom-com, which I personally think is genius.
Yes, y'all. Bad. Michael Jackson from the album Bad. Actually.
Oh, it's like from what?
From the album Bad. Welcome back to the show. Kate's got some useless cocktail party trivia for you guys.
I love it. So apparently, 8 people behind the 2016 multi-million-dollar armed robbery of reality TV star Kim Kardashian in her rental apartment in Paris were found guilty Friday with some sentenced to prison after a weeks-long trial. Miley Cyrus explains the medical condition behind her raspy voice. It's a non-cancerous vocal cord condition. She said, obviously, in her younger years when she was partying it up, didn't help. But it's always been a part of her anatomy. It's just, I guess she's always had a deep voice. I actually love it. I think it adds to who she is and her music.
But season 2 of The Studio is coming out. I mean, it's been renewed.
Yeah.
The Seth Rogen comedy on Apple Plus is outstanding. The season finale just happened. We got to watch that. Okay. I heard it was excellent. That is a very good film.
Yeah.
TV show that should get some Emmy awards.
Oh, absolutely.
This better get nominated for some Emmys.
Because it's very clever. It's very different. It's, I think, really an homage to what Hollywood is in the perspective of Seth Rogen, but also it's a satirical comedy about life in Hollywood as a studio head. That I've started is Shrinking. I'm a little late to the game because it's been on for a while, but it's Jason Segel's show. Harrison Ford, Jessica Williams. It is hilarious. When I tell you the comedy, the writing, the performances, it is so good. And I've been trying to get into it for a while, but I just was like, let me just start it. It is so worth it. It's basically like almost has a Ted Lasso vibe, but it's like Ted Lasso with therapy.
Guys, the Jurassic Park trailer, the new one, is out as we speak. I have very high hopes for this film because it's one of my favorite franchises as a child. I love the Jurassic Park franchise. And I think this one starring Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, I mean, it's looking like a more serious action-filled movie versus like a kiddie, cheesy kind of like, it's cool. Like, this one looks like they took it up a notch.
Yeah.
With the dinosaur. Like, I want to see dinosaurs. I want to see dinosaurs eating people.
I love the hat.
But listen, y'all, thank you for joining us on this episode of Scriptly Adapted here at Factory Underground Radio. It's Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy your weekend. The weather should be good. No rain.
No.
But a little chilly-ish, but nothing crazy.
No.
But nice enough to go outside.
I think so.
Go outside and enjoy yourselves, y'all.
Exactly.
Join us next week. We're going to bring you the Mission Impossible, The Last Reckoning review. We're going to see if Kate's playing pickleball. I got prom night on my radar.
Artist of the month. We're back.
We're back with the artist highlight of the month. Keep it locked in, y'all. Thank you for joining us. Kate, peace out.
Peace out, y'all.
Later, y'all.
You're just listening to Scriptly Adapted on Factory Underground Radio and Live 365. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Scriptly Adapted.